Alright guys, Willem here, back with more Far Cry 5. It is the next night. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like I can't get a start before 1 o'clock, but we're very close to reaching the main quest. Which got, I think this should be enough, right? Or 200. We're like very close. We're 75 up there. But anyway, yeah, today was interesting. I did watch a lot more Ozark. I'm almost on season 2 at this point. That happened, was busy in the morning. After that though, kind of throughout the day, eventually I was able to get that A&W video caught up. So I'm fully caught up on all my reviews and everything, so yeah, next up on Wednesday I'll probably go ahead and start editing the Final Juror ranking, which I set up that Premiere file, and it reminded me that the fucking audio for that is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's gonna be fun to edit, but whatever. I don't know how the fuck I got that to be that long. What? We don't get what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing right now. I'm so confused what we're doing. What do I have to do? Yes? Whatever. Yeah, so I was able to catch up on all that. Watch a lot of Ozark. No A&W today, so essentially I also had to delay my A&W video a week because of that, so that was kind of annoying. Also another thing I did was so today the release date for the PS5 version of Yakuza . I don't get what we're doing. I'm doing it, aren't I? I'm doing what the objective is saying. Yeah, so, so Yakuza 7 is coming out March 2nd on PS5, and when I heard about that, I was like, well, that kind of aligns. It's relatively close to what I was already thinking, like, if I were to try to do the, oh fuck, that's all on there. Oh, I think I understand what I'm doing now. I understand what we're doing now. Okay, I understand. We're not supposed to punch those things. We're supposed to punch these enemies into those things. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, kind of listening to Slop right now. RGP, but not really super into it. Oh, okay. That works. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so, yeah, because of that, I was like, well, I wanted to do the Yakuza. I played the Yakuza 0. I've been wanting to do play the other Yakuza games. So I was like, no, fuck it, that's the excuse to do it. Like, I'm not gonna have enough time to do it before November, no fucking way, before the actual release. But, I can do it by the time PS5 release, so I think that's what I'm gonna try to do now. I did put that on the schedule. And I did officially cancel the Memento retrospective because, like, I just don't see myself doing it at this point. So, essentially, the Yakuza video replaced that, and then I swapped that with the Circle video. So, not too much of the new going there, but I decided to do that. Yeah, how will I hold to it? I don't know, but I'm kind of thinking we will at least play Kiwami soon. I think once I finish Far Cry 5. Here, I'll play New Dawn, play Catherine. After Catherine, we'll play Kiwami, possibly Kiwami 2, and then we'll assess from there. So we're very close now. I need 75 more.
Now that I have, given the opportunity to talk on Rob's podcast, now my poor boss, every time they want something, I'm like, well, listen, I'm on a podcast, okay?
Rod, you employ several podcasters, right? If you were to find that one of them was engaging in the Twitter feed, and let's say you got a little bit of feedback, maybe on your Patreon, and said, hey, Chappelle's really been off his game lately on the podcast, and you went and saw, well, maybe that's because she was having an argument mid-show.
Oh.
Did you know what talking to?
Does anybody think that Brent hasn't been in a Twitter argument while on a podcast? How dare you?
Performance at all, or I mean, look, Rockstar, as we know, first lady of podcasting, as you said. I mean, she was maybe able
that's why she's flip-flop.
Right, exactly. Was she possibly able to not bring forward
Oh, should we just go for this, Convoy?
She's just like, no, so episode 41 of the X-Files. I'm sorry, one second. This Paulie guy again. Oh my God. You won't believe this. This thing with this brother.
She had enough, wherewithal to do the whole,
yeah, not sure how much I'll record tonight. Again, tomorrow morning I do have stuff going on. I do work tomorrow afternoon, so probably won't record again until tomorrow night, but we'll see. Yeah, but something I did start doing today, though, tonight, after I finished writing all this, writing the A&W review and everything. What the fuck? What? I'm really close to it.
I believe the final straw. So you know how to separate sentences and quotes from the ones outside of them, right? Here, let me pity plug the podcast you're on so it gets more listeners. Good night. Wait. Yeah. Right below that. Do you see what podcast that she was allegedly on? Which Which one? Evil Dick? Nick? Oh, that's what it says. I wasn't gonna say his name. Yeah, I'm blocked. But it says Evil Dick doesn't need a plug from you. So look no further than that podcast. That's the answer to your question, Scott. Was she on Evil Dick's podcast?
Well, it comes full circle. This whole thing started with a conversation about a couple evil dicks, and now we are.
Only one is confirmed evil. Only one is confirmed evil. Yeah.
One is fat. One fat and one.
One fat and one evil. Yeah.
Oh, wait, was it 7? I need 8, damn it.
What's that? What's
like, where are these other shrines? Because once I find one, like, I'm good. Like, that's pretty much it, right?
Because I want people to be kind to each other. You know, like, I might have said that Dr. Will looked like he was latex, but I didn't mean that in a mean way. I do think he's really beautiful. It's just shiny, you know? And so, I'd rather them all make up.
Yeah, also want to update on YouTube channel did okay today. Not obviously not as good as the last 2 days, but like 15 subscribers or so, and views I think went down to somewhere around the 5,000 range. So that's still not bad. I mean, I think I'm thinking about that. It's probably around 4.5, but still, I mean, like, it's still a pretty solid day. Revenue from yesterday was pretty strong. Is this? Who's that?
My 1.5-year-old son is outside with my wife, and so I'm good to go.
So this season, as we've been talking about, Julie
right here?
About being kind all season.
Well, I guess we'll just do this mission then.
Inside of the house.
If that's the case.
I have a live feed clip sent to us by Thazen. At Thazen.
So we just need 75 more. I'm assuming this mission's gonna be over 75.
Tyler reminding everybody about the golden rule. So maybe we can learn from this after the Paulie versus Rockstone feud.
Same thing happened to Coppola, and look where he is now.
Others that you would like to be treated. Why did everybody forget the golden rule?
All of those fuckers will regret dying. Picture this.
Why does the internet not follow the golden rule?
Ever shot on a micro budget, zombies, blood, explosions, but
We learned that in freaking first grade. People.
they killed the mentally disabled blind Labrador puppy. So
The internet, you just have to be nice, internet.
We're talking a big slow batty.
Yeah, so, yeah, the what I was talking about before, so tonight I did start the process on updating my logo and banner, because that's something I really wanted to do for my other channel. And the logo I'm really having trouble. I wasted like a good 45 minutes to an hour tonight, trying to change up the logo, but I just don't know what would be better. Like, I feel like it's solid, solid enough, for what I'm trying to do. Dragon 3, sure. He's like, the tough thing I have with my logo is that, like, my YouTube channel's name is The Marine Review, which is based off of a word that doesn't exist. I mean, like, marine is a thing, technically. But, I don't fucking feel like doing this shit. It seems like shit.
Challenge at the end where they're like, finish the sentence, and it's all these quirky things that Julie said, and then they leave out a word, you have to figure it out. Or would that just be too boring because they're not funny enough? Because I'm wondering, it's like, why are they shoehorning all these into the end of every episode? And why don't they come up with better ones if that's the goal?
So you think that they might do like what the bleep with Julie's
It's what the bleep, because it's just like, I don't know what you would be like. With what the bleep, you have to take like a summer's worth of dialogue and find the ones that are really funny when you bleep the one word.
Yeah, so, spent a lot of time working on the logo, it's just like, again, like, obviously a lot of logos are plays on the name of the YouTube channel. But my YouTube channel has a play on words because it's not a real thing. So, do I have to actively quit my channel? That is quit my channel. Oh, fuck off, of course this does this. So it's like, what I currently have is just the initials of the channel, and then also this like fire emblem that I made a while back. I Spanish for scramble. Whatever. But essentially, like, it's just, did I really drink my entire, okay. I didn't realize I drank all the water there. But, yeah, I mean, essentially it's just a, like a circle with a fire silhouette in there. All red with like a bevel on it. It's not super interesting, but it's like, yeah, there's like, yeah, like I can't just do a, like ideally it would just be like a reference to the channel or something, but it's like, I don't really have that, so it's like, I feel like that's the best I'm gonna get is the initials to the channel as the logo, and like, considering I use Survive on the Survivor font for like most of my shit anyway, like my channel branding, it's like I feel like that's what I'm gonna use. I could change that, and like maybe I should go look at other fonts and see what works, but I feel I actually really like the way it looks, especially the banner. I feel like I really like the banner look, and it feels really weird if I change the banner font but not the logo font. I don't know, so I chose the change the like, so I think I'm just gonna keep it as is. The banner though I don't want to change for a while. Mainly because I'm keeping the same idea, which the idea is essentially a collage of all the shit that I talked about on the channel.
I think that they were so embarrassed that they just pretended.
In the background, and obviously the necessary information for that. But the collage I made last time though was kind of like some of the images weren't aligned properly, and some of the images were also low res. So I'm redoing the entire collage. I started the process on that. I finished the main part of the banner. Like I finished essentially the part that most people go to. So the desktop section I finished. It's really just the TV section of the banner that like almost no one sees anyway, but it's just that part that I need to finish, so I'll probably do that tomorrow morning if I can find time to do so. If I can't, then maybe I'll waste time on Wednesday finishing it. I still haven't decided exactly how I'm doing it. Like, I know the idea that I'm doing. There's one time I did a collage, and it's like, I did like, something like 13 topics on the collage. This time, I feel like I'm going to do 25. Essentially, I have 5 main ones, which are on the main banner. Oh fuck, I'm just saying it quick. Ooh, we only have 25 more of them. Come on, no VIP show up, so I can show you and finish this. There's literally just one VIP. What the fuck is that?
And they use it as a clickbait
this is 25.
It wasn't to her, and probably to MTV, like she went on the national press tour, which she actually said she wouldn't do. So that kind of is her fault, and I do feel bad about it. But that was the one time and the first time Challenge Mania has been mentioned. So it's a shame I let Mark co-host that day.
Yeah, blame Mark for everything.
Yeah, no,
I'm flopped.
Yeah, because if I were you, I'd be like, yeah, that Mark guy is plenty. Mark, Mark Long is business. He was a lot of the original Road Warrior.
Yeah.
And he's got this thing going on where he's Mikey at work? Yeah, the guy looks like the singer from the Offspring. And so he's trying to do a thing called Solano G. He started this big online movement where he started texting all these OG cast members, getting them to say they would do it, and then he posted all the text messages online, sort of breaking government rules and just picking up all this stuff, and now Murray is actually developing the show again. So Mark's been in the news a lot, sort of, you know, in tandem with us. We're on the t-shirt for a while. I came up with the hashtag. So I get why they use my Scott, Mark. They're both like equally white names. So I just think like, you know, whatever, you know. But that being said, it was convenient that she got my name wrong when she was obviously, you know, not best for me. So I apologize for that. But we got mentioned on the live feeds, hey.
Yeah, congratulations. And I like whenever Mark Long comes up because that I'm much younger than he is, so I feel like that like hey.
Mark Long is someone who looks like he is. What is freakishly handsome? Freakishly handsome. Freakishly all natural. He is
There's something that gives me 25 XP. Let me go do that, please.
Podcast got a shout out, and Derek got a shout out for you guys, so that's only gonna be good.
He was the good cop, I was the bad cop.
No, Mark was the bad cop. You are innocent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you weren't even there. That's a horrible thing that Mark got in.
Mark, I'm never letting you host the podcast.
Yeah, you're out, Mark. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Mark was probably having a Twitter feud while he was podcasting that day also. Yeah. Keep your eye on the ball, Mark. Okay. Alright. So, let me ask you a challenge.
Looks like there's nothing here.
Marietta, who says
maybe we can
Chaos
go
was
here.
on a season of the challenge. Who does Scott think would reach the final? Who would be kicked out for fighting? Who would become an elimination beast but ultimately get cut? And who would carry the curse of being eliminated before the final? Have you thought about Big Brother All-Stars cast and how they would fare?
Well, so truth be told, every season since they started pulling Big Brother cast members, I do put a lot of thought into this, and we actually do for long enough in a draft, trying to pick over from the past season and stuff. It seems like it's come to a screeching halt because the Big Brother one cast is such a train wreck for Journey's All-Stars team. So each of these have been on the table for the challenge to make since they originally. That being said, you know, I think Cody kind of makes the challenge similar to how he
Oh no. Okay, I pushed wrong button.
Yeah, but I could have said the same thing about Fessy, Casey. You know, there's a lot of people who, when they appeared on Big Brother, I didn't necessarily say, oh, Casey, TV Gold, sign her up, you know? But then, you know, they translate a little bit better when they're around people that are sort of, you know, as competitive as them. There are, you know, as I said before, it comes down to a head-to-head this, right? So it's like, you know, whether you're throwing someone in...
Yeah, so I started working on that. I finished the 5 topics, but so essentially, it is Assassin's Creed and 7. And initially I was going to change the, I did use the Brotherhood image last time. I was going to change it to the Ezio Collection image. However, the problem with that is that the way that the banner is set up, essentially my emblem thing is covering it's covering Ezio. So, it kind of makes it so it's like, what is it? Oh, this is the actual thing? Ooh, this is going to be on a challenge, right?
watching the show and think, give me that guy. Sort of possesses none of the kind of like killer instinct that you would want for the challenge, none of the controversial. I mean, unless he goes around doing the big cry, you know. But he does sort of fit the mold, you know. He does fit the mold as far as, you know, age and stuff like that. So that's always possible. I'd love to see Tammy on the challenge. I think that she's from a recent season that I really wanted to see her out there.
Yeah, so it was Assassin's Creed. I ended up using a similar image of a higher res image of the Brotherhood background, and also more zoomed in. But yeah, because like the Ezio collection, the thing that sucks is that everyone covers Ezio, so really all you're seeing is the background, which is like so the Brotherhood one was better. I something I didn't even think about until after I shut off my computer and stuff until I got here. Maybe I should use maybe I can try use the that like wallpaper that goes around. That's actually that might be the banner for this channel. I think about all the Assassin's Creed protagonists. I might do that. I don't. Well, I'm trying to think through it now. I don't know the color distribution on that, but I might test it out tomorrow. Survivor, I kept the same image. Again, I got a higher res version of it and also zoomed in on it a little bit. The other three I changed though. Big Brother I changed. I made it the current house. Before it was the old house. Now it's the front of the house, I should say. Now it's the new front of the house, which I really like how that looks. I'm even racist stuff because like last time I got like a picture of the clue, or the clue box. And so it was like a picture of the clue box, but like I didn't like how it looked. So I was able to find this like really like essentially I got this image that was from the Amazing Race 28 premiere party. That has like this Amazing Race logo I've never seen before. Like the Amazing Race and like kind of a collage in the background of that as well. But it was for like the social media edition, and like I kind of liked how it looked on the banner, so I was like, yeah, let's use this. So that's what I used for making this, and American Career, I didn't use a updated image of the final stage for that. There we go, got it. There we go. Oh shit. Oh.
She told him not to spoil her in the relationship just because he has money. So there was a sort of a weird situation there with her and the actor Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott, real quick, 1 second.
Yeah. If you saw A Star Is Born, he played Bradley Cooper's brother. No, he was in Tombstone.
He's an elder statesman in it. Yes, he's a little older than the Oliphant. Older than Oliphant? Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, those are the ones I kind of... The thing that I've been deciding was last time again, it was like, I put forward other images, at the time, this was a year ago now, these were like, essentially it was like every topic I talked about twice on the channel, so I think it was Big Brother Canada, First of Africa, Australian Survivor, The Circle, Gokaiger, which I actually only talked about once, but whatever, Yu-Gi-Oh! I had a 5Ds background, Telltale's The Walking Dead, and The Genius. Those were the other 8 topics that I put in the background. What I'm thinking of doing now for this one is, again, I'm going to expand it to 25. I think I'm going to do 10, like 10 on top, 10 on the bottom, split into the same divisions of 5, but have like 2, like essentially they'll be thinner vertically, but the same size horizontally. And again, that expands it a lot to 20. So essentially, a spot that used to take up 8 images will now be 20 images. So it's expanding it by quite a bit. But and I haven't really talked through this. Like, I don't actually know if there's enough content to put in those, to be honest. So I mean, if there's not, then maybe I'll reduce to 8, or maybe 16 to 8 each. What is going on right now?
Sorry, there's a lot of window open in the studio here today. Somebody's jalopy just pulled up at your house.
I wanted there to be another way.
Okay. Alright, latest Christmas,
Once again, the gameplay will end though.
Red Lightning,
What does that say? I think we'll try to finish the 3 missions here tonight.
This is as of last night. Picture of Christmas was in her old childhood house. She refers to it as the
Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is, like, on the top, so top 10, I'm thinking I'm gonna do reality TV, bottom is everything else. I don't know if there's 10 reality TV topics though. I can think of 6 right off the bat. I don't know if there's 10. So maybe I'll just make the top TV, make the bottom video games. I don't know. I haven't fully thought this through yet. But yeah, like the top, like when it comes to reality TV, we got Big Brother Canada, Big Brother Australia, Survivor South Africa, Survivor, Australian Survivor, The Genius, and The Circle. That's 6. I can also include Sasuke, because I have talked about Sasuke. Okay. One's here. Next episode will go on to Tion. We'll talk about this a bit more, but for now, thanks for watching.